Legends. I hope everybody is having a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time you guys are watching this. My cat Scarly wanted to pop in because she loves attention. Now you don't want to show your face? Show your face to the people. Say hi to the people. This is my Scarly Mamas. Her name is Scarlet Moon. If you guys are just now joining us, welcome. If you're returning, you already know what is going on, okay? Legend fam, okay? I love y'all. I hope that everybody is doing great. Um, Better lighting today, okay? Y'all, if y'all can't tell, I have my ring light. I don't know why I was deciding not to do like videos in the house. I really miss, you guys know I could be a little bit of a perfectionist, and I really did miss the backdrop that I used to have, the apothecary sign with the plants. Like, that was just a whole vibe, so I felt the type of way. But we're back and we're better. I missed you more than all right, so I just wanted to hop in and pull some tarot for you guys, and then also pull a little bit of oracle and see what comes out. I know we've been in a very heavy change energy, very much go with the flow or get left behind type of energy. Realistically, we know that there is no such thing as being left behind. But there are certain opportunities that you might have the advantage to, you might have the chance to take advantage of, and it is possible that you can miss certain opportunities. Not to say that more opportunities won't come your way, not to say that better opportunities won't come your way, but there is a such thing as, you just missing the opening period for things, right? But regardless, like, right, neither here nor there, let me not get all tripped up, because that's not necessarily the point. The point is, whatever is happening is in the best flow for us. So I wanted to hop in today, even though I have like a whole person basically like on my lap. I wanted to pull some tarot, just see what the divine has for us today. Let me go ahead and say a prayer. What's up, Cindy? Welcome, guys. Gamiasta Habatuye. Banda Gushi Banata. Thank you to our benevolent guides, our ancestors, for leading us, guiding us, and protecting us each and every day, for making sure that we are leading the lives that is best for us, making sure that we take advantage of the opportunities that come to us, and the opportunities that we don't necessarily get a chance to take advantage of, let it be for our greatest benefit. Kando Hakayastia. All right, so already, okay, I'm gonna get some of these out of the book. What's up, guys? Make sure you like the video if it is resonating with you. Subscribe to the channel. So the first card that fell out, I'll go ahead and take this as the overall message, is we have the Devil card. I love that the lighting is better because you guys can actually see the cards. Oh God, as the reflection is messing it up. So notice the chains at the top, okay? These chains are broken. However, notice that the devil picture on this card is pointing to the chain, right? And she also has a tail that has like an arrow that's pointing to her finger that's pointing to the chain. I haven't necessarily got this one out the book yet that I can remember, but we're going to hop back into that. The next card that fell out was the Two of Flags, okay? So you have these two people here fighting. What's up, Katie? Shout out to everybody in the chat. And then we have the Queen of Lanterns that popped out. She looks very peaceful. Notice this sunflower here, and then also this fire. So the sunflower is literally representing, it literally represents the sun. And then so does fire, or the sun is literally fire. So it's the same element. It's giving fire. To me, what I'm seeing so far is that Spirit is bringing you through a transition to learn how to transmute your own fire energy. I'm going to go ahead and grab the devil out of the book. Here we go. It's very fast. All right. So the devil upright, it says still attached, devices and practices and addictions. The devil upright is a clear sign that you've got some skeletons hidden in your closet, which may be holding you back from achieving your full potential. You've been through a few hard knocks, and these may try to get your attention right now to derail you from the intended path. You've been through a few hard knocks, and it's trying to steal your attention, right? Remember how I said these chains are broken. This is a broken chain. It's literally not connected to anything. But the distraction is the fact that you literally have the devil, right? When we have negative forces and impacts in our life, it definitely causes a distraction to where we automatically want to focus on that, right? We want to focus on what's broken, even if that's not necessarily in the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? You've been through a few hard knocks, and these may try to get your attention right now to derail you from your intended path. Don't let these parts of your path stand in the way. What is scaring you, and how can you get out of it? Is this pattern that has been placed upon you? Is this a pattern that has been placed upon you? Or is it truly how you think and feel? Get clear on what the next steps here should be so that you can release whatever attachments are not serving you best during this time in your life. They are beginning to feel oppressive and creating a huge issue that needs to be rectified. You're almost there when it comes to achieving that next level of success, but you may have to push through this one final boss in order to get that fresh state of mind. Whatever feels most aligned to your vision or who you truly see yourself becoming is where you should be spending the majority of your time and energy right now. This is how you begin to free yourself and to step into the next phase of life the way that you best see fit. Now, I'm stumbling because I'm also channeling messages for this Two of Flags, which comes next. So already this Two of Flags, we have these two people fighting here. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with this deck, but it's definitely giving, this is giving air energy. So it's giving like mental conflict. It's almost giving like you guys might be stuck or feeling stuck in between two decisions. What's up, Leah? Shout out to you guys. You're amazing. I'm amazing because I mirror you guys. So if I am, then you are. It's given that you guys might be stuck between two decisions that seem like you just don't necessarily know where to go. So this could be choosing between certain jobs or choosing, it's giving like, I was going to say like what kind of activity to do, but this is giving a lot more, like more heavy. It's giving like something that you feel like either choice is going to dramatically impact your life. Spirit is saying, not in a gaslighty way, so please don't take it like that, but Spirit is saying it's not that big of a deal. So choose as you see fit, but make sure that the choice is truly what you want to do, and not the choice that somebody else is leading you to. Okay, what is my favorite holiday made up by humans? Probably Dias de los Muertos. I love. All right, then we have the Queen of Lanterns. Let me show you guys her. Oh, I already showed you guys her. Doesn't she remind you of like a herbalist or like a botanist? I love it. All right, let's see. We have the Queen of Lanterns. All right, this says vivacious, authentic, and powerful. Yes, the Queen of Lanterns appears to remind you of that powerful fire you possess and have always possessed. When you show up in the room, people know that you're there, and you need a reminder of the personal power that you carry in just being who you absolutely are. When you're operating at your best self, You are a vibrant, warm, and natural, colorful person to be around, and people love being in your presence. Do you need to call that energy back into your life? Does this card serve as a reminder for you? The Queen of Lanterns is also someone who thrives when being authentic and attracts people to her while working to reinforce their own authenticity. This is really, really heavy on your own authenticity. This is asking you to tap into those vibes and share your passions as openly as you would like. You could also be pulling this card to turn that light on within someone else and help them pull out their special brand of light, love, passion, and positivity and put it into the world. Whatever this means for you, oh God, my cat is playing. Whatever this means for you, please take the time to get it done and lean into the version of yourself that feels like it's firing on all cylinders and showing up in its most authentic light always and forever. This ability to get things done, be comfortable in the spotlight, and brighten up the world is just what we need of you. You may not have had the ability to do this in a past life. Now is the time to fully allow yourself to be seen as the bright, evanescent star that you are. If anybody knows what evanescent means, please drop it in the chat. I don't think I've ever seen this word. EFFERVESCENT. I love. So guys, what spirit was channeling to me while I was reading the definition. I'm laughing because it was kind of distracting. What spirit was channeling to me was that when you do decide to take up arms, it's almost like defending your own beliefs. When you decide to have enough courage and confidence to start defending your own beliefs unapologetically to the point where you can choose what's best for you, and when you are faced with like opposition, it's like, okay, but you have enough tools in your own compartment to know that, to where that won't necessarily bother you, right? Spirit is asking you, or basically telling you that now is a good time to start moving into a space where you aren't as like apologetic for disrupting people's like perspectives of you, is what it's giving. This is not the time for you to be concerned with making sure that everybody has the perfect perspective of you, because that's not even real. And when you do decide to go forth and make the decisions based off of what you authentically want, what you're going to see is there's less resistance, there's less procrastination, and there's more like continuous motion, because there's going to be passion behind it, there's going to be beliefs behind it, and spirit is not going to stop showing you signs that you're moving in the right direction. There's going to be constant blessings, there's going to be constant flow. That's not to say that you're not going to run into any frustrations, but definitely not as many frustrations as you would if you were to choose something that is more aligned with somebody else's vision than it is aligned with your own vision for your own life. I hope that made sense. I feel like that was a mouthful. Yeah. Let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and pull from, actually, let's see. Let me go ahead and pull from my Egyptian Oracle deck. Let's see what else they have to say. What's up, everybody in the chat? Don't forget to like the video if it's resonating with you. Subscribe to the channel, because you guys always come back, because we're awesome. You're awesome. I'm awesome. We're awesome. What do you guys remember that song? I'm a dude. You're a dude. She's a dude. We're all dudes. Isn't that from Good Burger? And it's funny because while I was reading from the card, my cat started playing. I feel like spirit wants you to incorporate more play, or maybe choose, maybe the decision that's the right like choice that you're looking for is the one that incorporates more play, the one that incorporates more fun, the one that incorporates children, right? Things that can help you connect to your own inner child, your own inner teen. This is more than likely the choice that's going to be more beneficial for you. Why? Because it's going to be more sustainable, right? Less of a like burnout type of thing going on. Which one? It's like it's so many wars going. I'm not trying to laugh because it's not funny, but I live in America. It's quite disheartening. It's quite a few going on right now, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so first we have Nefertiti, which is funny. I was just talking about her today in class with meditation. Oops, let me show you guys upright. But this card was reversed. All three of these cards were reversed. So we have meditation. Then we have wholeness from Thoth. Card number 12. And then we also have Selkies with healing. Card number 33. This one was also reversed. Hopefully you guys can see the cards. I kind of stopped looking at it. All right. So basically with meditation, wholeness, and healing all reversed. So the card of meditation is card number 10. Then the card of wholeness is card number 12. That's a numerology of 22. And then this Selkies healing, this is the card number 33. So we have 22 and 33. I know threes have been following us for quite some time now. But what this is telling, I feel like they basically just gave you guys the blueprint to understand how to tap in. And a lot of times we don't want to hear, oh, meditate. Like we don't want to hear, you know, the things that kind of sound more on the mundane side. However, y'all know I'm going to tell you more times than not. My Egyptian oracle deck, if they ain't going to tell you nothing else, they're going to tell you that you need to meditate. But they're also telling you why, because it's going to bring you wholeness. And when they say wholeness, I feel like that's really relating back to authenticity of self. Because sometimes we can get confused to know like what is the best path for us, because we get a little bit separated from our own authenticity, listening to the rhetoric and the narratives of other people whom we might trust, right, to a certain extent, to lead us in certain ways. But here Spirit is saying that other people are not going to be able to direct you in this specific area and in this period in your life. It would be way more beneficial for you to connect with your ancestors, connect with your guides, connect with your higher power. Go into meditation, tap into your inner child, tap into your inner teen, and ask what is the best move for you to make. Yeah, we have, oh God, girl, you're knocking down all my cards. She knocking down everything, like, girl. Then we have card number 7, Isis with faith and wisdom. Yeah, so Spirit is asking you not only to trust in your spiritual team, but also to trust in yourself, and know that all of these answers that you are seeking from people outside of you, Spirit is saying 7 times out of 10, their answers are just banter. Like they don't know. You're asking them about paths that they've never taken. You're asking them about like things that they've never seen, you know. For some of you guys, you might be like me, you might be in college or school and you're trying to navigate these different fields, you know, whether you're first generation or whether your parents actually went to college, whether they, you know, graduated with bachelor's or whether they graduated with doctoral degrees. I came back to university and I think it was only a 6-year gap that I took, and one of my minors didn't even exist. So curriculum is actively changing, right? Things are actively changing. The landscape of so many jobs and so many different career paths and opportunities is constantly in evolution. So even if you are going to people who you think are wise, and people who you think are knowledgeable about certain subjects, even more knowledgeable than you, because they might even be like in the field. But once you have a niche, sometimes people don't start exploring outside of their niche. So basically what Spirit is saying, trust in yourself, because once you start trusting in yourself and believing in your own authenticity and believing in your own Ori, right? Your own higher self, your own inner power, your guides, your ancestors. Once you start to believe in your own intuition, you're going to culminate that mastery in yourself. The same mastery that you assume that you would get from some people, right? And notice that a lot of times when you are talking to these people, do you leave with answers, like real answers, or are you leaving with more questions, more confusion? Are you leaving a little bit frustrated because that didn't exactly go how you thought it was going to be? These are all like invert signs where Spirit is telling you, this is this was a cool idea, but maybe it's time to try something else, right? Maybe it's time to try a different approach. And this approach, the best approach, would be to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Woo, yeah. What movie is that from? I'm like full of songs tonight. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna get a couple more cards and then we go wrap it up, because I know it's getting a little long and it's a little bit light, and I know people are probably gonna get in the bed. You guys have work tomorrow. Shout out to everybody that's working, and shout out to everybody that's not working. Shout out to Legend Tribe, Legend Gang, Legend Fam, wherever you guys are in the world, whatever you're doing. You know I love you regardless. All right, let's get some final words and advice. I'm pulling from my favorite deck, my Gaia's Vision Oracle deck. You guys know I love this deck. I'm sorry. The cards are just flying, so I didn't expect that. Okay, so we have one of my favorite cards. Yeah, okay. This is very it's similar to the last reading that we did a little bit. That's why sometimes I don't like coming on here like back to back to back to back to back to back. One, I don't want there to be a reliance on tarot. I want there to be a reliance on using your own tools and your own spiritual team. Also, you guys can literally learn tarot at any time. Like, maybe one day I'll hold a tarot teaching class or something like that. I forgot what I was talking about. All right, so Dancing the Spiral. I'll let you guys see it. Lots of luscious forestry here. Okay. Dancing the Spiral. At the very core, everything begins. You are the radiant center point, the pulsing purple heart of all. You swirl out, sprinkling starlight in a velvet circle, now forward, now back, past, present, future, all at once, infinite potential, step by step. The divine dance unfurls within and without. You are the sacred dancer, choosing the rhythm as you go. Dancing the Spiral, to me, is literally about going with the flow. It's literally about, when you think about dancing, and when I think about a spiral, I automatically think about something that brings a certain level of like contentious energy. It's giving dense, right? When I think about a spiral, first of all, to spiral, when we think about spiraling, if you spiral emotionally, that automatically has a negative connotation, right? Nobody ever says, yeah, I spiraled into bliss, or like I spiraled into nobody uses it like that. So the word spiral in itself has a negative connotation. The image, when we think about a spiral or a coil, we think about something that is complex in its figure, in its structure. This is not something that's, straight and deliberate. It's not something like that. This is something that's complex. It might take some time to weave through. Dancing through the spiral, or dancing the spiral, is, to me, it shows a kind of like a way of grace, and a way of like flowing, and a way of ease through something that can be complex. To others it might seem like impalatable to a certain extent, right? It's not something that is like easy. It's not something that's sweet. It's not something that is preferred, right? Most people would want to take the straight and narrow way instead of taking the spiral coily way. Most people, right? But when you incorporate dance into it, it's something about acknowledging the beauty in complexity. There's something about finding your own authentic rhythm and cadence in something that can be like overstimulating in a way. That's what I think about when I think about dancing the spiral. And then of course we have embracing spirit, because they talked about meditation, right? So embracing spirit, go into your heart, gently see its nurturing beauty, touch your true essence, boundless love, glowing aura. You are eternal, unlimited, forever unique. And the key word here is divinity. I really feel like the key here is going to be for you guys to call down your higher self more often, or call down your Ori. It's been a minute since we talked about doing like Ori prayers, or prayers to the higher self or your higher consciousness. But I really feel like that's going to be a key element here, because I know a lot of us do practice ancestor work, and a lot of us do practice, you know, a lot of different spiritual veneration aspects. However, is to a certain extent, right, that's still kind of outsourcing the help. When you call on your Ori, and when you call on your inner consciousness, right, your higher self, you are speaking to the divine, but you're speaking to yourself, your all-knowing, omnipotent, divine self, your highest self. That's not outsourcing, you know? That's not seeking external validation. And your higher self is absolutely going to know the answers. A lot of times I feel like we kind of bypass working with our higher selves, because it, you know, there's a certain like, I guess like glitz or glamour behind the formalized versions of spirituality, where you're working with ancestors and working with archangels and working with all of these different deities. When honestly, first and foremost, the first spirit, the first entity, the first energy that you should be calling on is yourself, because they're going to give you the most authentic answers that you can ever search for and look for. And honestly, sometimes when you're doing the ancestor work, and when you're doing the work with your spirit guides, they're going to tag your higher self in, like tag your it literally. Because it's funny, I was watching a video the other day that said the ancestor that you call on is not always the ancestor that you need. And the example that was given was in Black Panther 2, where Shuri crossed over to the ancestral realm, and she wanted to talk to her brother, right? She wanted to talk to, oh God, I forget his name. She wanted to talk to Chadwick, but she didn't get Chadwick. She got Killmonger, and she was pissed. But that was actually the ancestor that she needed to deal with her current situation, right? So a lot of times we'll call on grandma, we'll call on uncle, we'll call on auntie, but you don't need auntie, you don't need grandma, you don't, I mean, it feels good to call on them in remembrance, right? Still honor them, still elevate, but for help, for the right actions, you need your higher self. That's what spirit is saying. Incorporate more honoring of your higher self, more calling down of your Ori. to take over, right? All we want is you. Take over. Take over. And then we have rainbow energy. This is the last card, y'all. And this card was reversed. Till we are consumed. Light floods your dark places, transforming bone and blood. You stand in a cleansing crystal prism. Chakras spin, balance is restored. Old wisdom is found again, and the key word is healing. Now we did pull healing in the Egyptian deck as well. And I'll take this card upside down because I'll take this as what we need to work on. We need to work on balance, right? Flooding our bodies, right? When our bodies can feel like dark places and we want to run away, but it's literally nowhere that you can run from yourself, right? You at work and you like, oh, I want to go home. I just want to go home, and you home, and home doesn't feel like home. It doesn't feel comfortable. It doesn't feel safe, baby, because it's not the location. It's in here. So spirit is saying, fill this body with light. One of the easiest ways that you can do that is to call down your Ori. I promise you, your Ori will start moving things around. Your Ori will start cutting on certain channels and cutting on certain musics. Cut this light off. And your Ori knows how to move better than you. For lack of better words, because your Ori has been here, been there, done that, been here before, done all of this before. They know of all of the technicalities of all of these different things. And you're trying to search and figure out what's going on while balancing these emotions. Your Ori overrides a lot of those emotions because your Ori understands the longer vision. So call down your Ori and let your Ori work for you. Work with you, but work for you, so that you have more ease in your experience. I love y'all. That was cute. That was a cute little reading. That was cute. Okay, that was really cute. Say bye to the people. She low-key tried to disrupt me the whole time, but it's okay. It's all right. And guys, don't forget that we also have a pretty large selection at this point of short and longer meditation videos in our section, in our playlist called the Legendary Sound Sanctuary. I have meditation videos that are all longer than 10 minutes. I believe that was my cutoff point. Anything that is less than 10 minutes is inside of the short meditations playlist, so feel free to just check those out. We have some really cool nature ASMR videos, some guided meditation videos in there. We have some distant Reiki healing videos in there, some subliminal messages for joy and bliss. Actually, I think I might go ahead and attach that beneath, oh god, I'll attach that below. I'm also working on some more meditation videos. I think that's like the top two things that I want to do on this channel. I want to do the tarot and the spiritual videos and downloads and things like that. But I also really want to go back and focus on that music therapy, because I know a lot of times that's just something that can penetrate the spirit faster than a 33-minute video. But that's neither here nor there, because there's always different modalities for, you know, whatever you need at the time. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Don't forget to like the video before you leave. Shout out to all of the people that were in the chat today, guys, and Steve and Leah and Katie and Cindy. Shout out to all you guys. And yeah, subscribe to the channel, because you know you'll be back. You know you'll be back. Okay. All right, I'm out of here because y'all know I like to yap. Peace. I'll see you in the next video.